Hello students, welcome to class 6 mathematics chapter 4 basic geometrical ideas, and this is your lecture number 1 of this chapter. Students, we will finish this chapter in 5 lectures. Now today's topics that we will discuss today in this lecture are points, line segment, intersecting lines, parallel lines, and ray. Students, this chapter is the base of geometry, so please listen each and everything very carefully and understand it. Okay, so let us start with the first topic, point. Point you know very well, many times you have used also that what is a point. Okay, but today I am going to tell you its definition. A small dot marked by a sharp pencil on a sheet of paper is an example of a point that you all know. A small dot that we mark with a pen or a pencil or with any sharp thing, that is a point. Okay, a point determines a location. Point tells us the exact location of a thing. It has neither length nor width nor thickness. Point has no length, no width, no thickness, because it is a very sharp point, very small, minute point. Okay, a point is denoted, or we can say it is named by a single capital letter of an alphabet such as P, A or X or any other letter you can use, and is read as point P, point A or point X. Okay, whatever name you have given, whatever alphabet you have given to that point, you will read the name of that point with that alphabet. Point A, point B, point C, like this. But remember one thing, this letter will be capital one. We will never use small letter to write down the name of a point. Next thing is line. Now, what is line? When we fold a piece of paper and press the two parts together. Okay, we are folding a paper and press the two parts together, and when we unfold it, we will get a crease. And what is that? That crease gives us a straight line. That crease gives us a straight line. That is only a portion of a line. Because a line can be extended from both sides. A line has no fixed length. It has indefinite length. Okay. A line has length only. It has no breadth, no thickness, no width. It has no breadth or thickness. It extends indefinitely in both the direction. See, you can see the figure of a line I have made. Okay, and now see, on both the sides of this line I have made arrows. What does these arrows means? Arrows means that you can extend it from both the sides. Okay, so line can be extended from both the sides, and as we can extend it from both the sides, that means it does not have any definite length. Okay, and it has no end point. There is no end point. That's why we are increasing it, we are extending it to both the sides. Understood? So what is a line? Line has no definite length. It has only length but no definite length. It has no breadth, no thickness. It has no end point, and it can be extended in both the direction. Now see, a line can be denoted or named in two ways. point we have learned that how we named a point. We can name a point with a capital letter. Now we will learn how we named a line. We can name a line in two ways. Okay, first is by writing a single small letter of the alphabet. I am repeating, by writing a single small letter of the alphabet such as M or L or any other letter, okay, by the side of it, and is read as line M or line L. Okay, in point we are using capital letter. In line we will use small letter. There also we are using single letter, here also. But the difference is this only. That's why I ask you that in point, while naming the point, we will use always capital letter. Okay, because for small letter is used to denote a line. So by writing a single small letter of the alphabet such as M or L by the side of it and is read as line M or line L. Now see in the figure, line is there. On the side of it, on the right hand side, I have written small letter L. Okay, so this is a line L. This is the one way to denote a line. Now the another way. By taking two different points, say A and B on the line is denoted as AB, and above that you can mark a line or BA. Meaning is same. You can write AB also or BA also. Meaning is same. And is read as line AB. Okay. It extends indefinitely in both the direction. So it contains a countless number of points. As we know that we can extend line in both the directions. So it has countless number of points. So what is the second way to write down the name of a line? We can mark 2 points on a line. Okay. On one side we are naming A and on the other side B. These are 2 points. That's why we are using here now capital letter. Okay. A is also capital and B is also capital. Now we can use these 2 letters by naming the line AB, and above that we will make one small line. You can see also. Okay. Or BA. Vice versa also you can write down. But the meaning is same and is read as line AB. Clear? Now our next topic is line segment. A portion of the line is called the line segment because line has indefinite length, it has no face length, and from that line if we are taking a small portion of that line, okay, that is called a line segment. The portion of the line L between the points A and B, including both the points, okay, including the points A and B, is called the line segment AB. I am repeating it. The portion of the line L. This is the portion of a line L. This is not a complete line. We are taking now portion of that, small portion. The portion of the line L between the points A and B. See, one line is there. Both the side arrows are there. Here I have marked 2 points, point A and point B. Now this is this small portion between the points A and B, including these 2 points A and B. This is called the line segment AB. Clear? Many times you have used that we are drawing a line, make a line, draw a line, okay, of 5 centimeter. That is not a line. When we know the fixed length, draw a line of 5 centimeter, that is not a line. That is a line segment. Because line segment has fixed length. A line has no fixed length. Okay, it is denoted by AB or BA, and above that we will make a line. Okay, now see, above AB line is there, both the side arrows are not there. In the line we have made both the side arrows, but in line segment we will not make arrows. Okay, and is read as line segment AB. The point A and B are called its endpoints. As it has two endpoints A and B, so it has definite length. And as it has definite length, so we can draw a line segment on a paper also. Okay? Now our next topic is intersecting lines. Intersecting. If two points have one common point, if two lines have one common point, they are called intersecting lines. So, if we have two lines and we are making these two lines in such a way that we have one common point, then they are called intersecting lines. Okay? Now see some examples of intersecting lines. The letter X of the English alphabet. See, here are two lines, L and M. These are lines, line L and line M. They are intersecting at one point. So, these line L and this line M. Line L and M are intersecting at a point. Okay. Now, see, the second is the example of crossing roads. Okay, now these crossing roads, you have see crossroads also. So these crossing roads also one intersecting points. Okay, where both the roads meet. You can see many examples around your surrounding also. Okay, just see and think. Now you can do this also. Take a sheet of paper, make two folds and crease them. Take a sheet of paper, make two folds and crease them to represent a pair of intersecting lines. And then discuss, can two lines intersect in more than one point? Okay. And B is, can more than two lines intersect in one point? Try to do this activity and you will get the answer of this yourself. Now our next topic is parallel lines. Lines which do not meet are called parallel lines. Okay, intersecting lines are those lines which meet at least at one point. But parallel lines are those lines which do not meet with each other. Okay, these are called parallel lines. Example of parallel lines are railway track. See the railway track, figure is in front of you. See one track. One track will never meet with any other line. They never meet, both the sides. Okay. So it is a parallel line. Opposite edges of a ruler. Edges means sides. Opposite sides of a ruler. They never meet. So these are parallel lines. So what we have learned, two types of lines here, intersecting lines and parallel lines. Intersecting lines which intersect at least at one point, and parallel lines which never meet each other. Now our next topic is ray. What is ray? A ray is also a portion of a line. This is also a portion of a line, as a line segment is also a portion of a line. Ray is also a portion of a line. It starts at one point. Okay. Can you tell me, when we name ray, what strike in your mind? Which ray strikes in your mind once? Can you tell? Let me tell you. Sun rays. We used to say sun rays. Why sun rays? Why that is a ray? Because it has one starting point. That sun is a starting point, and rays of the sun goes indefinite length. It moves to indefinite length. It has no length. That is why it is called sun rays. We are not saying is sun line segment. We called it sun rays because it has one starting point. That is a ray. A ray is a portion of a line. It starts at one point, means it has one starting point, and goes endlessly in a direction. See, I have made here one ray, AP. A is a starting point, dot is there, and then on the other side I marked P, but other side also there is arrow also. Okay, point P is on the path of the ray. It is on the way. Okay, so we denote it by ray AP. We used to speak ray AP. Here A is the starting point and point P is on the path of the ray. A ray cannot be drawn wholly on a paper. We cannot draw ray on a paper, as we cannot draw line on a paper. It has no definite length, because we can extend this also as a line. Line we can extend from both the sides. Ray we can extend from one side. Okay. So it also has no definite length. AP and PA represent two different rays. Can you say why? We are saying line AB and line BA, they are same. We are saying line segment AB and line segment BA, they are also same. Then why we are saying that ray AP is different from ray PA? Let me tell you. Ray AP means that here A is the starting point and it is going endlessly from P. Okay, from the side P. But when we are talking to PA, it means P is the starting point of the ray. And it is going endlessly towards A. Okay, so this is the difference. Now see the example, some models of ray. Beam of light from lighthouse. Now see light. Light is coming out from one point, that is the lighthouse. But it is going endlessly. Okay, so beam of a lighthouse, or we can say ray of light from a torch. These two are the example of ray. Or most common example is sun rays also. Clear? Students, this is the base of geometry. Please understand all the points very carefully. Okay, read it, listen this video at least twice. Okay, and then you will understand each and every point. Now your homework is do exercise 4.1 of chapter 4 from Maths NCERT book. If you have book, then you can do this exercise in the book only. And if you are not having book, you have downloaded the PDF of NCERT book, then do it in your notebook. Now I am going to discuss the solutions of multiple choice questions that I have given you in the assignment. Okay, all the answers I have written here. You can check your assignment with the help of these answers. There is no need to explain anything. All the questions are very easy. With red color, I have marked all the answers. Thank you.